Popcorn sounds like a good thing. I like popcorn.
You want me to share popcorn with you guys through the internet?
I would love
Yes.
popcorn. Well, you can actually physically share a popcorn with us, but like because we live in the same state as you, you can drive the popcorn to us. I'm texting Felix to wake them up.
Also, Aaron, side note for the thing that's next week at some point during the next week at some point,
At some point.
I have a dagger of awesomeness all prepared. So I'm just letting you know I have an awesome dagger.
I have an awesome crazy rat lady that I'm going to be playing. I'm very excited about my crazy rat lady. She's like a plague witch, and she's like, ah, ha, 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 ha. I haven't decided what my familiar is yet. I think it's going to be a crow, and it can be a carrion crow because carrion crows and rat ladies and plague witches just all go together so fucking well, don't you think?
Or it could be a vulture.
The vulture wasn't on the list. Also, I don't like vultures.
Not true.
They have
Yeah, they are kind of weird.
They got weird heads. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
'em. Crows are pretty. Crows and
What
ravens
about a
and
raven so it
magpies.
talks to you?
Well, crows can talk to you too, but crows are actually smarter than ravens. It's been proven.
Mm.
Ravens have
Ravens, I
more.
think, are bigger, right?
Depends what kind, actually. But ravens have more vocalizations. That's why people think that they're smarter.
Mm. You could just get a black parrot.
A black parrot?
A black parrot.
Oh, Lord.
Popcorn?
Popcorn?
I keep hearing popcorn. I think
You
it's
can have
happening.
some if you want, but you can make me some. That would be awesome. I love you.
Ask your mom if she wants to play Dungeons and Dragons. She would like it. There's math.
Or bring us popcorn.
I mean, yes, she could
Mom,
also
do you want
drive.
to join us and play Dungeons and Dragons? She said no.
Aw. Tell her it's got math.
It's got math. Math. Aaron thinks that might be enticing to you.
I also think verbally writing a story is enticing. Is verbally writing a story enticing?
Also, you can verbally write a story. Is that enticing? No. She said, no, I'm going to bed.
Tell her that she's a betrayal to librarians everywhere.
But wait, the popcorn.
No, she's making that for me. I appreciate it. I love you.
I don't understand what's happening.
She was a library technician, and then she was kicked into the mailroom, which is where
You
she
are
went,
live
wait
now.
a minute, I can't do that.
You are live now.
I'm just letting. Well, I mean, that's the truth.
Yes, but you didn't
I
want to
didn't say
be
anything other than that.
true. True.
Fair.
True.
I meant that I can't find the rainbow rolly card I was looking for on the Amazons, which is where it literally was.
I am sorry.
Did you click on history of?
Well, no, I had been scrolling around on Facebook on my phone, and it just popped up as an ad, and then I had accidentally exited the app on my phone, which undid the thing, and now I can't find it. Like, it doesn't.
Is it a 10-drawer rolling cart?
No, it's the 10 drawer, but it's not 10 drawers. It's that one, but it's like 5 or 6 drawers.
Okay, so it's not this one. Okay. Let me see.
Well, Felix is not answered
Is it
yet.
sort of like this one, but just the half of it?
Well, you guys discuss rolling cards. I'm going to call Felix so that we can get
Yes,
this started.
it's just the side with the bigger ones.
Okay. I did find this one. I don't know if it's slightly different color.
It's close, but it's not enough drawers. The one I was looking at was like 5 or 6 drawers. I'm so sad. I don't know what happened.
What about this one?
See, the thing is, all the drawers need to be big.
Okay.
So, like, I'd be fine with this if the other 4 were big drawers, but they're not big drawers. I don't understand what happened. I don't get it.
Okay. I'm going to show you one. It's not the one you want, but this one looks kind of cool too.
Okay. I also like that one. I think that one is a contender, but it's more than double the price of the one I was just looking at.
I honestly was not looking at prices at all, so I
No,
apologize.
it's fine.
I feel like
You're
it's
fine.
Aaron. It's Dungeons and Dragons time. I thought you might be asleep, so I'm calling to wake you up. We are all in chat whenever you are ready. Hey. I called. They did not answer. I left a message.
Fair.
Good gravy, this one's expensive.
We're gonna give
Yeah, some of them are really expensive.
We're gonna give them a couple more minutes, and then what the fuck is all these links? I give them a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna start.
Rolling carts. I
Jesus
know. I
Christ.
saw this one too, and I was like, I guess I could settle for this, but it's so
Very expensive.
expensive and like
Why don't
all
you?
one color and
Why
not
don't you?
worth it.
Why don't you just get the Rescog?
This
What?
one's kind of neat, but it's also
The
they
Rescog
do
is
come in
only
different colors.
3, and I would like more than three things, and it's also not drawers, it's just shelves.
Well, I mean, the shelves make it easier for you to access a lot of things. Stuff in drawers gets mixed together real easy, but you can put things in different compartments and stack them on the shelves just for easy
Did you
visual
try
use.
Container Store?
I have not messed with the Container Store yet.
Container Store are jerks.
Oh no. Why?
Because they had a product on the shelf and it was on sale.
Those jerks.
Yeah, it was on sale for 40% off. And the guy said, and I said, is it 40% off the price that's marked on it to the guy? And he said, yes, it's 40% off the price that's marked on it. And then when I got up to the register and gave it to the lady, it was ringing up at the price that was on the shelf. And I said, no, that guy, and I pointed at the guy, said it's 40% off. And she's like, no. And I'm like, I'm only getting it because it had a sign that said it's 40% off this price. And he said, well, this is actually the price after it was 40% off. And I said, that is false advertising. I want my 40% off. And she's like, nope. And I'm like, Google, Google, Google. Oh, look, Joanne Fabric has it for 40% off this price right here. Do you price match so I don't have to go all the way over there? No. Fine. I'm going to go get it there. Fuck off. And that's the story of how I got the plastic case for my D&D figurines.
Nice.
Felix will be here in a few minutes.
That's it.
They're finishing up a
Michael's?
thing.
I mean, I wasn't looking at it on Michael's website. I was looking at it on Amazon, but
That
this
is
is
my
it.
tidy.
This works for me. That's colors. It's the colors I want. It's the depthness that I want.
The depthness.
For
The
anybody
depthness.
who's wondering, this is the product. This is the product that Stacy is going absolutely gaga for. This is what she
I
wants.
need it.
She needs it.
I need it.
Always watching Wazowski.
Always watching.
Well, it does look like it's got drawers.
It's got drawers.
It's got drawers.
And a shelf on top.
It's $30.
Yeah, so many dollars.
It's a lot of dollars.
But it's rainbow, and it's got deep drawers.
Is it in stock at Michael's?
Not at the Christiana store.
Darn, that sucks. Because if it was, you could go there and you could use a coupon on it.
True.
I can allegedly get it in Middletown.
Why would you ever go to Middletown?
Or in Brandywine.
Maybe you would go to Brandywine. Brandywine's kind of nice. Middletown is like two sides of the tracks right next to each other, and it's very disconcerting.
I mean, I like delivering in Middletown whenever I deliver packages because it's always like I get there and there's just enough like farm that like the drive is really nice, but I'm almost always delivering to McMansions.
Jennifer lives over there now in the McMansions.
Yeah, it's really easy to deliver to them because they're all very well marked and.
She moved. I forgot she moved. Mindy still lives over there in the big mansions, though, with her husband.
In Middletown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where anybody lives.
Somewhere over there. I don't know exactly where, but I know that it's somewhere over there.
Cat, I do love me some Michaels. I think I may have also had. I think I might also have that email.
Ooh, Michael's is nice.
It's for online purchases.
It is. It is.
So it would be $23.99.
That's less dollars. That is
Well,
less dollars.
And it's and there's no tax.
To anybody who's patiently out there waiting for us to actually do some Dungeons and Dragonsing, I do apologize. We are waiting for our scythes to jump on here.
Take a minute, but it's okay. We're doing shopping.
Also, Rob, I see you and I feel you. We will consider the storage shopping review stream channel rebranding of this channel. I see you and I feel you. But yeah, for real, Felix is just finishing up a personal thing IRL for just a second, and then they will be on and we will get started. So while we wait for them, we're just gonna do a little recap of our Hizity happenings. We left off last time, I believe, bedding down for the night before traveling in the morning to the Mountains Toe mine that Mr. Don John Raskin needed the party to transport him to. He ran into some trouble with some orcs and ogres and was kidnapped by them, and the party managed to free him from them, presumably for a reward that they will receive at Falcon's Watch later if they go back and be like, yeah, we saved the dude. And now they're doing the second leg of the task that they were not informed about, which is to escort him bodily to the mine he's supposed to be foremanning. Foremaning. Kathy, give me correct grammar.
He's the foreman of. He is the foreman.
But is foremanning a verb? Can you foreman something?
I mean, you can Google something, and that is to noun something. So why not? I mean, if it makes sense, then why can't you use it?
Googling is now synonymous with searching in the dictionary. So, like, yeah.
Let's see here. Foremanning.
Foremanning.
Okay, well, apparently that's also like German or something.
It's German. That's German.
German. Oh, hey, Leopard's watching tonight. Sup, Leopard?
Hi, Leopard.
Leopard is the DM of another stream that I get to be a part of tomorrow, where I will hopefully maybe not accidentally kill the party, because Drow and Pirate Town and all that fun stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Awesome's not watching.
Who? I don't know.
Don't worry.
Anywho,
It's okay.
But yeah, so that's what happened last time. Don John is pretty determined that he needs to get there as quick as possible, so he's not letting you guys tarry any, which is a little bit annoying. But at the same time, the faster you get there, the faster you get to do the other plethora of things on your pretty long list at this point, right?
A lot of things.
There's a lot of things. All right. So
may I interrupt?
Yes.
Foremanning is a word and it means exactly what you think it does.
Sweet.
If it's not a real word in the dictionary, it is at least commonly used by foremen.
I am so proud of myself right now.
I also just found something that said the art of foremanning is of vital importance to tree planting.
What? What does trees have to do with... I don't know. Okay, anywho. Until Sives gets here, we will just assume that Sives is being a little bit quiet because he is thinking about repurposing those orc arms that he so carefully possessed, repurposing those orc arms into his own new appendage. So until he pops in, we will just assume that that is what is going on there. So you guys bed down for the night. You actually, Rooney, I believe you put up your alarm system last time, so you guys would all be able to huddle together
Yep.
and not have to worry about things.
And we are all in a square for a long rest.
Wonderful. So you guys actually pass a, for once, very uneventful night. You manage to sleep all the way through it. The only things that you hear are the gentle whistle of the breeze through the trees around you and the soft cricket sounds of.
Hello.
Hey, I'm here. Sorry about that.
Oh, hey Felix, you doing okay? Or Sives, you doing okay? Oh, I gotta turn you up. I don't have you up far enough, I don't think.
Sorry, I'm a little quiet right now.
That's all right. You okay?
Doing okay. Just tired.
Well, if you need to stop early, you just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to so you can get some rest. You are more important than Dungeons and Dragons, as blasphemous as that sounds to anybody watching this.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So you guys get the long rest that it sounds like actual Sives in real life so desperately needs at this point. Um, and You wake up in the morning as the gentle light of day starts prickling your little eyelids. The very first person who wakes up is, in all likelihood, Lil the bird. And the second person who wakes up is probably everyone else as she goes off. Everyone except Donabella, since Donabella does not like to wake up at any point in time.
Tweet. Ting ting.
You don't have your ox this time. You have no bell to ting unless you're ting-tinging on the giant golden one that
That
Sives
or
has been
the
carrying around.
armor, or she's just singing ting ting.
She's mimicking the ting ting sound that she misses so much.
Goldfinches are fairly smart. I'm sure she could figure out how to do that. All
I
right.
dropped a piece of popcorn. Oh no.
That is terrible. What are you guys doing?
Uh, Rooney's gonna wake up because she hears Lil going, "Good morning, morning time, daylight, light now, bing, bing, ring, 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 hello." And
Yeah, pretty much.
he goes, "Okay, good morning, Lil. This is very familiar now," and begins to stir the others awake.
Yep. Nyx gets up and Nibby is kind of waking up.
As much as Nibby does.
Cyrus has probably been awake, but also pretty busy in a corner somewhere. As much corners as there are in the forest, that is. Just whittling away at something, and tucks it away ever so sneakily. Once everybody starts to rouse, like, "Oh, good morning."
Speaking of which, Sives, just for your general craftsmanship there for that arm, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
It was an arm.
Uh, uh,
Ooh.
Craftsmanship for that
Nice.
item. For that good. I was gonna make you do it at disadvantage because you only have one arm, but no need for that because both of those are plenty. You're doing a good job. It's coming together very nicely indeed.
Delightful. But back into the bag of holding it goes. Stands up, dusts pants off, and turns around. Hello.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Yes, good morning, Lil.
Tweet, tweet. She's so happy there's not a falcon.
Isn't there?
No, because
Great.
it was turned into a dragon ling.
Oh, did it get turned into a dragonling? I thought it got poofed and didn't get summoned back yet.
I know it got summoned back
Okay.
into a dragonling yesterday.
Oh, okay,
think.
yeah. Yeah, you did that after your long rest in the church. Okie dokie. Ruby gets up and she's kind of groaning a bit because it is very annoying to have to sleep in armor and very painful actually. Lots of pin pricklies. I'm going to be looking forward to finally getting back to Fendelin at some point to have a rest in a real bed.
Nibby says, I agree.
Open the lockable door.
Don John, who also seems to be pretty bright-eyed and bushy-tails, kind of snorts a little. Y'all really do not know how to rough it, do you?
Well, I know how to rough it. I just prefer walls and a door and a roof.
Nibby says, I'm not rough.
Rooney says, I have to agree with Don John on this one. I don't like the city much.
Donabella snores her agreement as she's still snuggled into Wessel.
Well, fair enough.
Donabella,
Um,
time to get up, hun.
oh, it's warm.
Yes, but I need to ride Wessel and we gotta get this nice man to his mine. That probably means breakfast beforehand.
Bacon? She sits up.
Turkey bacon?
Any kind of bacon is good bacon, says Donabella.
Except people bacon. We've talked about that before.
I mean, yes,
Oh.
we spoke of that before, says Donabella.
Anywho.
Yep, that was a whole turkey that we put in that pot the other day. Did we take that out? I don't remember.
Yes, you guys did make dinner. You cut some pieces off to save for turkey bacon the next day, which you guys go ahead and cook up with any of your rations or things you might find so that you can have some nice, delicious turkey bacon. I don't actually know how you make turkey bacon. I assume it's a sort of beating the meat process to make it flat and then frying it.
I'm not sure we're that kind of stream.
Please no.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
It's okay. It's okay. Your cousin's watching this.
Whatever. After the last Discord, that never mind. It's not worth it. Hi. I think it's just a specific cut. I think it's like one of the fattier.
We
bits,
were doing so good. We were so good and pure, and then you did that.
Well, it's come up before. It's fine.
It's true, but not on purpose. Anywho,
Yay!
there's
All right.
bacon. You figure out how to make it out of the turkey.
Yep. Turkey bacon.
You have turkey bacon. You have rations, so various like dried oats. You could probably ground into a paste, add a little bit of water, make it some nice oatmeal. Maybe spruce them up with any good berries you didn't eat yesterday, which are just normal berries now.
Normal good berries.
They're good enough berries now. They're not good berries.
Berries. I like that one.
All right, so you guys have a lovely little breakfast, and Don John basically slurps his food down nonstop. And once he's done, he's getting up, he's moving around, stretching, limbering up, ready to continue on.
Gorgeous. All right, we have quite the road ahead of us. I'm gonna pop some good berries, fill them out accordingly.
All right, you create good berries. You give one to each of your compatriots so that they have something of an emergency pill that is not cyanide to be able to pop.
The other kind, the good kind, where you don't die after.
Yeah, like the opposite kind. They should make a spell that's bad berries, where it's actually a death berry and eating it just kills you. It would be a great thing. Druids and rangers would be able to trick everyone. Anywho, that's thrown out there in the universe now.
How far do we have until we get to the mine?
So if you go at a steady to fast pace, you should make it there either midday or late morning. from where you are, which is actually further down the road than you're currently portrayed on the map, by the way.
Okay.
Sides will go ahead and ritual cast a floating disc because why not?
Yep, floating disc. Because you gotta get that big old bell on it again.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right. You ritual cast your floating disc. You guys heave the big old bell onto it, and now you are ready for another morning of trekking. So I'm assuming, Rooney, since you know the area and you know the way, you're out in front again with Wessel the Weasel. What order are we all trekking in?
Rooney Wessel.
hmm Ruby
Maybe will
will
probably be in the middle somewhere.
fall to the back to help protect. Don John's gonna head up front with Rooney because he sort of knows where he's going to.
I guess then Nyx will probably be, probably like something like that. Sort of behind Nibby.
Donnabella's gonna hang out with Nibby and Sives.
All right.
All right. So go ahead, and anybody who's paying attention as we walk, go ahead and roll me some perception checks for our journey. Oh yeah, I gotta pull that out of there, don't I? Da da da.
Oh my. See a
Dungeon.
lot of stuff today.
Nibby and Nyx, not so much.
They're tired, you know.
I gotta get Donnabella and Ruby out. There we go. Okay. Perception. Perception. Donjon. He is also going to percept.
Ooh.
Oh, geez, Don John.
Don John stares at the sun for too long and it hurts. Uh,
Poor guy.
no, Don John is too busy trying to fix his slingshot, which apparently had been snapped while he was being held captive by the orcs and the ogres. So he's too busy trying to fix his slingshot to really pay attention to what's around him. He's just like kind of cursing softly under his breath and
He's
glancing
like,
up.
I know where I'm going.
Yeah, glancing up every once in a while and correcting his course to be more in line with Rooney's. Occasionally, everybody's almost bumping into him before he speeds it up. He's like, "Stop rushing me!" um, but Donnabella is still a little bit sleepy and grumbling about how it wasn't enough bacon. Ruby is too busy looking back over their shoulder to find out if the dragon is around and possibly following them because they're a little bit paranoid about that after the horses got eaten. Nyx, you're probably preoccupied worrying about that vision that you saw. So you're only glancing around half-heartedly as you mull over um, all the things that it could possibly have met. However, Rooney, Wessel, Sives, and Sives is familiar that he's got flying overhead, looking around the area, managed to see pretty much everything. So you guys actually have a pretty uneventful journey. Every once in a while, you see a small critter or a sorry, my brain died a moment there. You see a small critter or a landmark that you recognize from along the way, but nothing that seems to be dangerous. There's no kobolds around today. There's no mysterious blue boars that are trying to mess you up. You don't see any crackling, rumbling lightning. It is probably one of the calmest days that you've ever had traversing here as of late. And that's probably going to make you pretty paranoid, for honest. So, yeah. So,
Yay.
eventually, you get to a point where you know that you need to turn off the path and start heading into the foothills because that is the direction that the mine is in. There is only a very small track there, a very thin path that looks like it is um, it's not widely used by many things except for perhaps a horse and cart every fortnight or so. There are some spots that are a little bit overgrown where weeds have been recrushed by wagon wheels within the last week or so, but it's generally a little bit overgrown and off the beaten path. And Don John cites it, and he kind of points down it. And Rooney, you recognize that this too is definitely in the direction that the map indicated, and that you vaguely remember there being a mining operation. It's going to be down this way. Shouldn't be more than an hour now till we get there.
Good.
All
How
right.
are we doing? I guess we're probably nowhere near exhausted yet, right?
Nope, you've only been traveling about let's see, probably finished breaking camp by about 9, maybe 10 o'clock. You're traveling about 2, 3 hours. It's probably about 1 o'clock right now.
Oh no. Am I cutting out or is Aaron cutting out?
I might be cutting out. Can you hear me?
I could hear both of you.
Kind of. Well, that's not good. Nothing's happening.
Can you hear us, Stacy?
Yeah.
Kind of. Felix, can you talk?
No.
Kat, can you talk?
Hey there, how are you?
Aaron, can you talk?
I can talk.
Okay, so I heard all three of you just then, so we'll, we'll keep going.
Well, blame
Uh,
Discord.
How long have we been traveling?
You've been traveling about 2.5 to 3 hours.
Okay, cool. I don't know why I thought it was much longer than that.
No, it's just been the morning.
Alright.
All right, so you're at the turnoff to go off the beaten path. You guys go ahead and turn off the way, and the trees are pretty sparse in this area. It's mostly like rolling hills going towards some higher hills that you can see straight ahead. There's a few copses of them here and there, and you see a couple of rabbits kind of dart through the grass away from you as you approach, because they're not used to people really using this track that much. But it's vaguely peaceful.
Our perception's still good?
Yes, currently. But it's vaguely peaceful until you crest over one of the small rolling ridges and see before you there is something strewn across the ground about 90 feet ahead of you.
Something
And
wicked this way comes?
maybe. And Sives, you're the first person to recognize what this is because you just finished taking a couple off them earlier. But it's a bunch of orc parts.
Ives' eyes just light up and like, oh!
It's a bunch of orc parts, and you're familiar and Rooney aren't far behind to realize what this is, even about 90 feet away. It looks like about 3 or 4 orcs that have been ripped to pieces.
Yes, and as the others start to catch up and this realization sets in, the excitement dies down a little. I mean, oh no.
Rooney immediately throws out her arms and signals for silence and for us to stop.
It's a good idea. Sives just gently pats the bell and it slows to a stop.
Don John doesn't notice, and he practically walks into Rooney's outstretched arm at his knees. What's going on? Why are we stopping?
There's bits and pieces of orcs up ahead. My concern is whatever did it.
Don John puts his hat.
Do we see ice?
You do not see any ice at this time.
Copy.
You do not see any ice at this time. Don John takes his sling that he was still working on and tucks it behind him, and he draws his dagger out. All right.
Uh.
Let's you and me, little one. We go up there. We check this out. Rest of y'all, stay back here. Just keep an eye out, all right?
Do, Sav says as they wave to the familiar to, do a flyabout and see if there's anything in the area they can see from the air.
All right.
Rooney's gonna prep yeah. There's a word, and it's there. An arrow on her bow.
Arrow.
I was like, she's gonna prepare for a archery. What? Archery. That's not the word we're looking for. Archery.
She's preparing an archery.
She's preparing an archery. You're going to prepare an arrow on your bow ready to fly if you see any trouble.
Yes.
And looks like Nyx is going to be preparing a firebolt and Nibby's going to be preparing a sacred flame.
Yes.
If I'm reading that right? Wonderful.
We are preparing a fire.
Preparing a fire. Lil prepares a ting-ting.
We actually prepare 2 fire. Because one is a sacred fire and one is an actual fire.
Donabella matches Nyx with a firebolt dancing at her fingertips. She's like looking around like, what is it? What is it? And
3 fires!
Dear Lord.
It's fine.
Bill's like, I protect the bell! Ting-ting!
It's only one archery, guys. Come on.
These guys are on fire. But yes, Ruby is going to prepare her hammer, 2-handed, both hands, shield still on her back. And Don John, Bruni, and Wessel creep forward to investigate the orcs.
Should we be doing this stealthily?
I would probably recommend it.
Copy.
At least one of you stealthy.
Yeah, at least one of us is stealthy. Wessel and Rooney make absolutely no noise as they creep forward. Wessel's padded footfalls muffled in the dust and rock that surrounds them. Don John strides forward with the confidence and arrogance of someone who thinks nothing could possibly have been worse than being captured by orcs and ogres. So he just marches straight towards the dead orcs, his dagger in hand, and he gets there and nothing happens to him as of yet. So he's gonna try and look at these guys and investigate them. An archery! Alright, let's see here. I believe intelligence is investigation if I'm not mistaken. But lets me double check that. I'm always forgetting what the smart stuff is. It's either wisdom or
Investigation's intelligence, yep.
Excellent. He's fairly good at that. He's better at intelligence than he is at wisdom. He's still not very good at it right now.
Yep, they're buddies.
So, yeah, that's basically the sum of it. You guys look them over. They have been shredded into pieces, but it's hard for you to tell exactly what caused them to be in the state that they are in. You can't tell if it's tooth, claw, or sword, for that matter. Mostly because the bodies are fairly old. You would guess a couple of days to a week, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. There is a smell about them, so they are definitely not fresh. And one thing you do note, even with those low scores, are there is no ice.
All right.
At the moment.
At the moment.
Oh, stop it.
There's also no blue lightning, too, so there's that.
At the moment.
At the moment. I mean,
give me an actual panic attack. No, okay. Bruni's going to kind of wave everyone else over. Because, I mean, this happened a while ago. It's probably safe, right? Sure. And, there's no ice, so, like, not dragon related, probably.
No, not at all. Why would it ever be?
Yeah, and it's not called dragons and sometimes dungeons or anything. So.
When do we get to a dungeon?
I mean, technically, there was a dungeon before before Rooney and Nyx joined up. There was a dungeon. There was a dungeon. But
Well, we
you weren't
missed
there
it.
for that. Yes, you did.
So
I hope it was fun, Sives. Anyway,
That's where he lost his hand.
it was not fun, Sives.
I mean,
That's where he pissed off a god and lost a hand.
I thought you said gods can't cross realms.
Gods can't
Yeah.
cross realms, but other things can happen when you disrespect them inside their own goddamn temples.
Oh, solid fair.
it was acceptably respectful.
Especially if they're not nice gods. There's that. Very,
Oh no.
very, not nice gods.
Rude.
I think you guys have only encountered the touch of one nice god in this entire campaign so far, and that was the briefest of touches. But anywho. So
Nyx is touched by Deus daily. What are you talking about?
in your heart, in your soul. But yeah, these orcs are definitely old. This is not something that happened recent. They are decaying. You can see maggots wiggling through their green skin.
Okay. Rooney's gonna put her arrow away and her archery away. And signal to everybody to come over because it seems relatively safe.
Now, I'm not sure if Nibby is going to try to avoid looking at the orcs or is going to be staring at the orcs, unable to pry his eyes away. So I'm trying to figure that one out.
I would say roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So go ahead and walk over.
Oh,
and
well,
just-
that's lovely.
Yeah, I was gonna say just flip a coin.
You barely manage to pry. Nibby barely manages to pry his eyes away. He feels a little bit
Okay.
nauseous.
He's kind of hiding behind Nyx's skirt, just kind of like, I'm not looking.
And Sives, what you gonna do?
I'll just walk over, look around, and I don't know, start chucking bodies off the road.
Seeing if anything's salvageable.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We should move these in case something comes to try and eat them and won't get across the road. Looks like whatever did this saved us quite a bit of trouble. And he starts assisting you in picking up orc parts and chucking them off the road.
Nibby turns green. As body parts are being chucked around him.
Dun dun dun. All right. So you guys throw away these body parts. Sives, do you really throw away these body parts?
Yes, they're a bit grody.
Yeah. All right, so you guys chuck all these body parts off the road so the next person who comes along doesn't have to worry about stepping in something squishy. And you gonna do any other looking around? Continue along your way? Have a rest? What would we like to do?
Is this like a clearing or is it just like on the road?
It was in the middle of the road. It's not really a clearing because there aren't that many trees around. They're very sparse in this area because it's not the Neverwinter Wood. It's south of it, south of the Tribor Trail. You've actually turned off the Tribor Trail and are now walking through a pathway that is mostly kind of rolling little hillocks with little copses of trees on the top of them, dipping down and then climbing back up again.
This is probably curious to figure out what happened. So
Same.
she would probably be kind of like looking just to see if she can figure out, like, all of a sudden there's just body parts in the middle of the road. That kind of seems weird.
Sure, you can definitely do an investigation check. I'll say you're doing this while Nick.
Oh, never mind.
Oh. You kind of look at the body parts and start looking around, and then you see like a really huge, writhing, wriggly worm just pop out of one of the desiccated eye sockets of one of these orc heads that are kind of half crushed on the road, and you suddenly lose the desire to look any further into this.
Yep.
I'm sure Rooney would be really interested to find out what went on. But she already rolled a 10 for investigation.
Yeah. Well, you could investigate the surrounding area instead of the orcs themselves. You could try to
Oh, goodness gracious.
Nope. You look around, but the smell and the buzzing of the flies is really starting to get to you. You don't want to be here anymore.
And I guess Sives will do an investigation of like the bodies and
Oh,
this
yep.
a little
Sives,
bit.
these are claws. Claws did this.
That wasn't
But it wasn't dragon claws. It was something smaller than a dragon.
that wasn't my roll.
Getting around.
Am I transmitting?
Hello?
Yeah, but it was that was Rooney playing around. That wasn't Sives's number.
It was Wessel.
Oh, it was Wessel. Okay,
Yeah, I
never
thought
mind.
Wessel knows.
Wessel knows it's claws, but nobody else does. Sives, if you want to investigate, go ahead.
As I was saying, Sives is going to investigate the bodies and stuff, and then the dragon thing will try to investigate the surrounding area.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Their bodies, Sives. They're dead.
There are.
You're really familiar with dead bodies, and they're very dead. The dragonling kind of circles overhead. He doesn't spot any more orc bodies or really much of anything. He does see that further along the road, maybe like 400 yards or so, there's a very large kind of rocky spur of land that's jutting up out of the earth, and it looks like it might be along the pathway that you're going, and maybe that's the mine that's up ahead. But he doesn't see anything of note as far as what could have caused this.
Got it. Well, these are bodies. Highly desiccated bodies. So, what do we do about this?
I say we let the flies have them and move on. There's not much we can do, is there? Says Ruby.
No, probably not. And I didn't find any shinies. So, there is something down the road, though, according to Mr. Fantastic up there.
Oh, what is that?
Something sharp and pointing along the road.
Is that a sword?
I don't know. It could be.
Let's go find out.
All right then. So you guys walk further down the road, and you give me a minute. Because I've got to rearrange the board. Because it's got old tokens on it.
The dragon frustrated. Come on, man. I literally said rock inside your breath. Ha ha! Pointy. I love it.
What the fuck?
An elaboration on the fact that Sives very rarely repeats exactly what the dragonling is saying, just like,
That's true.
I'm gonna glance over this.
That's true. It does very rarely happen. All right, let me get your tokens up here. Give me 1 second. I made this way back in the day, and I forgot that we added people, and I needed to reform it again. There's Wessel the Weasel, drawn by my son. This is Ruby, drawn by our very own cat. Here is Cat's Nix, also drawn by Cat. Donabella, drawn by Cat. It's a Rooney, drawn by our lovely Sives. It's Lil, who is clip art. It's Nibby, who is actually part of the original art for the Dragon of Ice Spire Peak that I was given with the book thing. And where's the appropriate Sives token? There's the new Sives token. Yes. Also drawn by Sives.
And Don John and Wessel.
Yeah, well, Don John's part of the original artwork, and I mentioned that Wessel was drawn by my son, Wessel the Weasel. All right. And it's time to bring you to the map. Boop. Ta-da! You guys loaded in?
I just have to move to the actual area, not the middle of the map where it's black.
Yep, I was like, it's currently all black, but I think that's a me thing and not
Yeah.
an everyone thing.
Go up and to the left.
Yes, I found it.
Excellent.
Mountain's Toe.
Mm-hmm.
But Nibby is... Oh, I don't have control of Nibby. I was going to say Nibby is hiding behind Nyx at the moment.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. So, it takes barely more than half an hour for you to find what the dragon had seen previously, when it was finding that pointy thing over the rise. It is a spire of land that is sort of jutting out from the earth itself. It's not a mountain, but it's a bit more than a hill, and it is made of stone and dirt and no trees whatsoever. It does not seem to be a climbable structure. Um, it is a sort of a plateau with a sloped top, and it seems to be quite rocky. The path leads over to the rocky escarpment, and you can see a tunnel kind of poking out from it. It is quite dark. There's no torches lit, but there is some wooden bracing that seems to be holding the tunnel open. That is definitely not a natural occurrence. And there is a name written over top of the tunnel. It says Mountain's Toe.
Okay.
All right.
So, is this your mine, Don John?
Ah, yes, it is. I think. I've never actually been to it before. I would assume so. But,
Do you know the name of the...
yes, I know the name of the mine. But, it's not really supposed to be, this quiet, and there's nobody out front guarding it.
Yes, that does seem concerning, consider all the body parts down the road, doesn't it?
And the last time we stumbled upon a place that was supposed to be full of life, we found onkegs.
And a poppet.
Well, I don't think they'd like it in here. There's too much rock for onkegs.
I know that. But
Do
have
you know that?
I traveled mountains and I knew things about onkegs.
All right. And he holds up his hands.
I know stuff and things.
All
Don
right.
John.
Rooney,
Also,
roll.
when we first got here, and Sives was like, okay, I thought it was gonna be like, okay, here's your mine, bye.
I mean, I'm not past that point yet. I don't I don't know what you're talking about. This is it. Here you go.
We got
Rooney,
you there. Give us our money.
since you're out in front, can you roll me a perception check?
Wessel's with me.
Mm-hmm. You can too if you want.
Wessel's not paying attention.
Wessel found something really nice in the bush that he wants to nom on, so he's sniffing at it pretty hard. So Rooney, you notice out of the corner of your eye some movement, furtive movement inside the mine that kind of darts back and out of your vision, but you're pretty sure that you made out an animalistic face about as tall as a figure about as tall as maybe Nibby, with very rat-like features.
Oh, great.
Giant rats. Giant rats. Nope. Giant rat people. I'm not feeling giant rat people.
Now hold on a second. If there's if there's giant rats in there, then the miners could be in danger.
Woo! We are do-gooders after all.
Oh, we do good. Okay.
There's supposed to be 20 miners in there. If there's giant rats in there, we gotta go in there and make sure they're all right.
Does anyone have a torch?
Yes. I also I hold up my hand and produce a flame and said, I can light them for you as well if you'd like.
Oh, I can just do this, says Donabella, and she touches the horn on her hat and produces light. I am a unicorn after all, she says.
Does anyone speak rat person?
What does rat person speak?
I don't know.
Would know either, but I could probably manage.
That's racist! You hear somebody yell from the mine and it echoes a little bit.
Nibby also is thinking to himself, can't you speak to small animals, Rooney?
It's not small, Nibby. It's as big as you are.
Oh, who you calling small? Yells a different voice.
Well, apparently they speak common. Hi!
And out of the darkness, hold on just a second. Token. Ba-ba-da-ba. There. Out of the darkness, you see very furtively poke one head and two heads. What's your business here at our mine? Your mine? The hell you want about? That's what I said, our mine.
Hello. First of all, I apologize if I offended. I have had a lot of days lately and they have been bad. Second of all, this man here is Don John. We just rescued him. He was stolen. He's meant to be the foreman of a mine, and we believe that it is this mine.
Well, it's our mine now. You can go back where you come from.
Do you know where the miners are that were here before?
And the other head that's still just only vaguely poking out of the hull is like, they ran to the back and they boarded themselves up and they won't come out.
Would you mind if we go and get them?
I don't know if we should be letting you in here.
I mean, how else did you plan to get them out?
Starvation.
That's quite rude, don't you think?
They weren't very nice. They wouldn't let us move in.
Well, they use this for business and to live their lives. I imagine similarly to how you would use it to live your lives. The least that we can do is get them out of your way.
Roll persuasion
And
for me.
maybe with the foreman here, maybe you all could come to an agreement and work together in the mines.
Oh, very good, very good. I don't know about all that, but I'll go see what the boss says.
Okie dokie, we'll be here.
You don't try anything funny. You'll never make it out of here without our help anyway. It's amazing there. And off runs the first one, with the second one still kind of looking out at you.
Also, little side note, Nyx had put away the fire hand.
It's probably a good idea.
When they kind of started talking, she just kind of like, waved a hand and put out the fire.
Distinguish that sneakily behind her.
Other side note, I can't control saves.
Yeah, we don't have control over our tokens yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot
Okay.
that thing happens when I move from thingies. Okay.
Good.
Da 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 da. Ruby. Nibby. And this for Nibby.
And do we happen to know, like,
And is also for
the
Nick.
name of the species that they are?
I don't know. Do you go ahead and
So-
roll me a nature check or a history check, whichever you would like to do, both of which would be applicable.
I will do that too.
Nature, history, both are pretty terrible. Let me see if Nibby happens to know. Let's see
Oh
here.
man, I know nothing about them at all.
All you can think of is rat. Talking rat.
Rat people.
It's a
rat
talking
people.
rat. It's a talking
rat people.
rat. And all you can remember is that town of rats.
That's all I was initially thinking about.
All
yes.
those swarming, undulating rats. Sives, all you can think about is, I bet a rat arm would be very dexterous.
Probably, and then leans over and gently elbow nudges Donabella.
Do you have notes on these perhaps by chance? Have we met these before? I can't remember.
Oh, let me check, she says, and starts rifling through her book, which is going to take a minute because I'm almost done assigning tokens to people. The only
Also,
person.
Nibby got a 15. Did that do anything?
Oh yeah, Nibby did get a 15. Nibby has heard of a couple of different kinds of rats before. Not any that were really noteworthy, but there's also, I mean, they're bipedal, they seem intelligent, they could be were-rats. They could be were-rats. He's heard whispers and legends. And let's see, what does Donabella know?
Nibby's kind of peering around Don John.
Oh,
like,
Donabella knows fucking everything.
Oh, on page 3, subparagraph 4.
Oh, so we actually have a whole chapter on these Master Scythes. We've never seen them before, but you remember last summer when we were in that one city, and then there was that gang of thieves that everybody kept talking about, and they found out it was a gang of were-rats who were kidnapping people and turning them into were-rats so they could run the Thieves Guild? Well, I got a lot of notes, and she shows them to Scythes. And those are definitely, and there's like detailed diagram sketchings of like were-rat anatomy and like bite consistency, how many days it takes to be a were-rat, general species variation from climate to climate. Some of them look like walking gerbils, some of them look like hulking Great Plague rats, and she's got all the different forms of were-rats, when they're full rat, when they're hybrid, when they're human, and how even the humans have kind of little very scrunched up rat-like features, and she's got notable were-rats in history written in the margins. There's like fucking everything you could ever possibly want.
Yes, I remember. That's when I had that everything bagel that had literally everything, squid included.
And then they stole the mayor's dining room sets, all of them, all the gold-plated ones.
Yeah, ruffians. What is this notable figure? Ratonia of Alexandria. What is that?
Oh, Ratonia of Alexandria. I believe she is the only known were-rat monarch ever to actually establish a city for were-rats and other ratkin, and they were all wiped out by the plague.
Yes, unfortunate.
Highly. Somebody blamed it
Well,
on all the humans that were coming in and trading with them.
humans do tend to be a little bit dirty sometimes.
I know, they don't wash their hands occasionally, except for me. I practice good hygiene. I take
A lovely
offense to
uniform.
that, says Don John, who does not seem to be in a very happy mood after all this.
Don
You
John,
can't be working with person that's a natural cleanser.
I understand you're upset probably about your mine, but I think you would agree that it's probably more important we get those miners out.
All right, the boss says that they'll see you and they'll talk. All right?
Fair.
Come this way and don't try anything funny.
Okie doke.
Oh, this is gonna go swimmingly. I'm sure of it.
Have I
I was gonna
mentioned that
go.
I don't like tight spaces? Says Donabella.
Well,
was
I
gonna.
like the forest. Don't really like the underground.
Fair enough. Sives is gonna go ahead and park the bell right here under this tree and just dissipate the discs. That way, nobody can really move it that easily. Hopefully, anyway. Probably not a good idea if they bring it into the cave in any case.
All right, let me reveal some more area for you. All right. And just in case anybody wants to really see these little guys up close, let me just make that token bigger.
No, they're cute.
Cute were rat
Super
lady.
cute.
No. Rats are cute.
Mm-hmm.
Rats are very cute. I don't know whoever would ever think rats are not cute, but they don't belong in my life. All right, so the two rat sentries, one of them kind of stands to one side and lets you all pass. They've got a hand crossbow that's kind of mounted on their wrist, trained at you, but they don't fire it. They're looking at you kind of untrustingly, and the other one kind of motions you forward and opens one of the doors that's in front of us.
Rooney says, I really wouldn't mind if he took that off of us. That crossbow.
It's for my own protection, isn't it?
We're just here for the miners.
As you
Yeah.
can see, we don't have weapons drawn.
Well, about
Hard
her,
job.
and they point at Ruby, and her, and they point at Rooney, and him, and they point at Don John.
They're put away.
Don John
Now?
does not have his dagger put away.
Don John, put your dagger away.
Fuck no! These are rat people! Are you crazy?
Don John! put the dagger away.
Intimidation.
Yes. It worked before, didn't it?
It did.
That one time.
Nice.
Hey.
All right. Fine, but you best be knowing what the hell you're doing in here. Puts his dagger away angrily and with much show. And Ruby's got her hands kind of up in a, hey, look, I've got a hammer, but I'm not holding my hammer kind of way. And the were-rat kind of lowers her crossbow, but not like all of the way.
So it's not aimed on us anymore, at least.
It's not aimed dead center at your faces anymore. It's just like it's aimed sort of toward the ground, but she could pop it up in an instant if she needs to.
True that, Stacy.
Yeah, no. The were-rat opens the door down here and motions you through it as they take the lead in leading you further down this hallway. I need to... It's hard to reveal things and select move at the same time.
Now, would it be possible, as we are moving, for like Nyx to like use her tail to kind of make a mark in like the dirt or something like that, just something to kind of show the direction, because they said it's a maze. And just in case we need to get out of here, can she do something like that?
Make a sleight of tail for me.
I'm probably not too good at that, but I will give it a try.
Sives, are you coming or staying outside?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got distracted.
That's easy to do. Yeah.
Size has decided to stay with the bell.
I don't have control over Lil, so Lil's just there.
Lil probably, to be fair, would not want to go in a cave anyway. I mean, it's a fucking cave.
Rooney told her to stay there, so she's staying with the bell. She's the lookout. She's protecting the ting ting.
She's ting tinging it, just like ting tingity, ting tingity, ting ting chiroo.
Lil protect. Ting ting.
Protect ting ting.
Ting ting ting. All right. Ba 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 ba. All right. So this area that you're moving through seems to be a kind of storage area for a bunch of wooden shoring posts. These are long logs and things that the miners would have been using to kind of strengthen the tunnels and make them a little bit safer for all. There's shoring bits that are actually embedded in the mining walls all around. It just seems like this is where they keep the extras so that when they start digging new tunnel, they have something to pull from and attach to things. And as for your sleight of tail, that works out just fine. You make a mark. Nobody is any the wiser. Um, so you manage to do that.
Yeah, I was just thinking like when we get to like the other side of doors or whatever, just kind of like a little mark, just nothing too crazy, just to be like, this is the way, just in case.
And
We
Sives,
need to
do a
get out of
perception check
here.
for me. You hear it very faintly. The click of the door behind you as it shuts.
Just
Okay,
shut, or
then.
did you say shut and lock?
Just shuts.
Solid. Good information.
Kind of door.
Well, these are actually a combination of wood and stone doors. It looks like they have stone shoring. I mean, they've got wood shoring up all around them, but the doors themselves are stone. Big old slabs of it. All right, hold on just a second. I got a couple more things to reveal to your eyes.
I was gonna say, I love that Rooney is like, all right, guess I'm following you, and everybody else is like in the back of the tunnel.
Well, half of the sidekicks and stuff I've got to move, so. All right. So, the were rat kind of leads you into this room where there are 4 other were rats. 3 of them seem to be males, as opposed to the one who has led you here, who is from their sort of dainty grace. Now that you can see the male component, markedly smaller and more graceful. The larger ones seem to be a bit scruffier and a little bit more rugged. They've got larger faces, whereas hers is a little bit more curved and petite. I would say more mouse-like. And then there is one that is very similar to the curved one. I'll make it a little bigger so you can see her a little bit better. Hot mouse lady.
I mean, if you don't have one of those, what are we even doing here?
I know, right? So yeah, you see that one
Did
staying
this
right.
one stay here?
Yep, that one stayed right
Okay.
there. So yeah, this is what you see when she leads you towards the room. All 3 of the larger male rats do have crossbows that they are holding. They are not currently pointed towards you, but they are in their hands. And the other female rat in the room is kind of lounging on a chair that has been made of piling up some crates to sort of make a little chase lounge kind of dealio with some burlap thrown over it for comfort. Welcome, my esteemed guests. I apologize for the very not so warm welcome. We have had a tough time as of late, and we were hoping to not have guests anytime soon, if you catch my meaning.
I mean, fair enough.
But
Hopefully, we won't have to stay too long.
please, what can I do for you in my mine? Well, first off, you can fucking leave.
Done.
It's not your mine!
Done. Not helping. We are here because this gentleman here was hired to be a foreman of a mine, and we believe it was meant to be this one. When we arrive, we realize you guys have already moved in, and now we just want the miners.
I don't know if I am willing to let them go. You see, they attacked us when we arrived to claim our new home, and I cannot say that I did not lose friends in the scuffle. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Celine. Who are you all?
I am Rooney, and this is Wessel.
I'm Nyx, and this is Nibby. Hi.
I am Sives, and this is my student, Donabella.
Where the fuck is Donabella? There's Donabella!
She's reading her notes.
And my name is Ruby. Very nice to meet you all. And I assume that this is the Don John that you were just now yelling about. And she nods towards Don John. Damn right, that's my name. Don John, foreman of these here mines, and you can take your varmin asses and get right the hell out. You're very rude to me in my home, Don John. You should watch your tongue lest someone eat it out.
Nyx kind of glares at Don John. He's just like, would you keep your mouth shut?
Rooney has been glaring at Don John since he first spoke.
Oh dear.
Nyx says, I apologize for Don John. He was very excited to become a foreman of a mine. So I do apologize for his outburst. I think it's because he, is upset that he doesn't get to be a foreman anymore.
The fuck are you talking
And just
about?
kind of glares at Don John and kind of messages to him, shut up.
Grunts at you angrily.
Rooney pops in. I also want to apologize for the miners and their actions. They may have felt threatened or concerned. This is their livelihood, and I can only imagine that they were confused and not thinking of your needs in moment, and were more concerned about their own.
It is the way of most other mammals to be quite unsympathetic to refugees such as ourselves. While we did come in good faith, since they attacked us right away, we saw no reason not to simply claim what we could. I am sorry that some of them were slain in the efforts, but we needed a new home after the dragon took ours.
Dragon?
Yes, the big white worm that's been flying about. We had a nice cozy town all to ourselves and our dear friends, and what did he do? He turned it to ice within a fortnight and wiped out almost the entirety of my dear family. Only a handful of us were able to escape. And underground is pretty much the only place that could be safe from that flipping worm.
Well,
I'm assuming that you were living in Coneberry. We happened to see that on the way. Terrible what happened.
Ah, yes, dear Coneberry. It was such a wonderful place. Plenty of housing, places to hide from the sun and other predators. It was a wonderful place, a paradise truly for myself and my family. There will be not another like it for a good long time, as long as that worm is about.
Now, we are also trying to handle the dragon. Would it be possible to maybe come up with a way for these miners and you all to work together until we can free Coneberry from, the dragon. We're trying to get rid of him.
With such hostility as their foreman has shown, and they already have contributed upon us, I am not quite sure I would trust them to keep any bargain.
You make a good point.
And you may merely be trying to trick us into letting our guard down so the miners may slaughter us one night and retake this place, this haven, as it were.
Nyx. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Nyx would say very strongly, I would not want anyone to be slain in that way. I would definitely, honor my promises if we make any promises. And she says it very strongly.
Persuasion, please.
Okay, let's see here.
Sives is ruminating on a plan. I see it.
Yes.
While your words are very pretty, I do not think they would hold much weight if you are not here to enforce them. And anyway, Sives, you were saying?
Size lifts their hand to interject. I suppose that's makes it a good thing that we have the foreman here, who the miners will surely listen to, as we ask them to possibly leave. Or perhaps you were speaking of a good haven, something enclosed and dark and protected. How about something made of stone, perhaps?
Persuasion.
Rooney is now glaring at Simes. Are you about to send a horde of rats to the lighthouse?
Yes,
No?
he is.
You intrigue me, Pale One. You see less sun than these other landwalkers, I can tell. Please do tell me, what do you speak of?
Well, the very place that we rescued Mr. Don from appears to, a well fortified place, which is currently, currently filled with bodies. I will admit we left a bit of a mess, but otherwise empty of living occupants. And if you so chose, I think it'd rather serve you as a much better home than this.
Oh, where is this place that you speak of?
Not far, actually. We made it here on foot, especially considering our horses ran off or were eaten by a certain worm, as you put it.
Ah, he inconveniences us all. My condolences to you for your delicious horse flesh that you did not get to sample.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I do hear horses delicacy in, places. Anyway,
While your offer is very good, you have not really explained where exactly it is. What place you speak of that could be so protected, so much better than this?
right. Let's see. Miss Rooney over here is knows the land much better than I. She should be able to give you better directions. But I will say it is a lovely, lovely, lovely fort with still most of its walls and big doors and several rooms which you could dedicate to various purposes. Rooney, how far away would you say it is?
Well, it's the Shrine of Savarus. It's just south of Coneberry, actually. And once Coneberry defrosts and the uh, worm is taken care of, then it would be much easier for you to move back into Coneberry or keep the shrine.
We are familiar with the shrine, but unfortunately it is overrun with orcs and ogres as of late. It is also a...
They're not any. It's not anymore. They're gone.
Oh,
That would be the mess that we left. But
have you found them a new home, just like you're trying to find us one? And she kind of grins a little bit.
my dad.
Oh. Well, I suppose that I should count myself thankful you do not deal with us the same way as you have with them. You are
Well,
being quite respectful for more of the fleshy kind.
you're being respectful in return. You didn't attack us on sight, which goes a long way, honestly, in terms of hello and goodbye.
We have been attacked on sight many times now, and this is quite refreshing.
All right. Well, I do not feel that the shrine is as protected as this mine. It would do for some looking into. I will take it into consideration. Right now, though, I am quite convinced that this place is the safest that could possibly be from said worm. But given your prowess in releasing the shrine from the clutches of the orcs and ogres that occupied it, I wonder if you might do me a service, and then I may be more inclined to listen to your ideas on sharing.
What problem seems to be plaguing you, my dear?
We are here for help.
There's a rather large, creepy crawly in the mine, which honestly, and she looks at Don John, would do your friend some good too if you were to get rid of it. It has taken my sister actually and eaten her quite terribly this past day or so, and I do mourn her loss. And it has eaten quite a few miners from what I can surmise by the bones in the area where it was. Ah, but it's it's quite a weird creature to say the least.
Ibby pipes up kind of behind Nix's skirt and is like, I'm sorry for your loss, ma'am.
It is much appreciated.
Do we know the kind of creature?
Um, while I am not familiar with its name, it is long and worm-like, with a large amount of legs on its underbelly. It's this weird, pale, fleshy color with odd tendrils around the neck. And a large mouth full of equally large teeth. We're not very fond of it, to say the least.
Can we, like, I don't know, try to figure out what it is by the description?
Size leans back and looks over at Donabella.
Donabella sees everybody looking at her, and she's like, oh, right, the book. And she pulls out the book to see if she can figure anything out. Giant worm. I mean, there's a lot of things it could be. It could be a giant centipede. Um, it's it's not an onceg though. If it's worm-like, at least it's not that. Like how big would you say it is, Mistress Celine? Was it? Yes, just Celine, child. I would say it was the length of 3 of my rat folk, and in thickness, as tall as a man. Quite large, quite large. Sives, you have heard of this creature, but only because it has great interest in things that you normally have interest in, aka corpses. The
Yes.
creature that you think this just might be is a carrion crawler.
Fun.
It's a large worm-like entity, kind of looks like a mutated maggot, large eyes and a bunch of fleshy tendrils that extend from its neck area, and big teeth. She was not exaggerating about the big teeth.
Yes.
They're fairly fast too for a crawler. Faster than the ancags are, actually.
Oh, that's terrifying. They had so much distance.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see Size mulling it around and leaning over here at Annabelle's journal and just suddenly thinks about the body parts down the road and just um I sure hope it isn't one of those body eater bastards because that's terrifying. How big did you say it was?
Its thickness was about as tall as you, and as long as 3 rat folk, I would say, quite large.
Yes.
And it is a penchant for crawling on ceilings and dropping down upon people unawares. How it caught my
Maybe
sister.
goes, that is terrifying.
Yes, good thing this place has good sturdy doors. It keeps it out of the populated parts. But it does make it difficult if it manages to get through one of them. So we would certainly appreciate it gone, and I'm sure your Mr. Raskin can agree it would be great for his mine if we were to ever leave for it to be gone as well. I can't argue with the lovely lady, says Don John through his teeth.
Good boy.
I was just thinking the same thing. Good boy.
To put a name to a face, I believe you're talking about something called a Carrion Crawler. That's they're scary. Here's a little bit of information about them. What little I know. They're big, they're scary, they like to eat dead bodies, but they have to make dead bodies first. So,
And you also know that they are extremely aggressive.
it's very extremely aggressive.
And yes, now that Sives has named it, there is a drawing in the book. Donabella flips through until they find a picture of it, which I actually might have one that I can put up here. Give me 1 second. If I can find it. Got lots of different kinds of pictures everywhere. Most of them are ironically of rats. Ah, yes. Perfect. Don't you just love
Does it
that?
look like this?
It's like a centipede and a silverfish put together, and I hate it.
Oh my god.
Mixed with like an octopus face? What is like with the tentacles?
Gosh only knows. But yeah,
Pure hate,
Donabella
pure hate, for the record. Hated that image the entire time.
You might see
Kill it
more
with
of it
fire.
later. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, Donabella shows you the picture of the creature, and yeah. If you can slay this for me, I will consider your offer of sharing the mines, at least until my scouts get back from the shrine to see that it is suitable for our living. So yes, kill this for me, and I will talk. But him, and she points at Don John, I do not trust. He will stay here while you complete this task.
I mean, fair enough. Um,
Now, Miss, we've traveled quite a long way, and we went through quite a lot of um, danger in order to save him. I would rather not leave him alone in a mine of which he is not um, fully aware, where he might do something stupid. Um, and I think that we would be able to keep him more under control if he was with us.
also fair.
Or outside.
Yes.
We have some we could just have him not be in the mine at all. He wouldn't be able to do anything
I will
bad.
I will be
from up
frank
there.
with you, dear. I have not gone my entire life without seeing a few double crosses from some people that I thought were fairly respectable at the time. I have found that it tends to be very good insurance if you have something or someone that is quite important to them close at hand to assure that no backstabbing will occur. Now, while you are out seeking out this creature, you may run into the other miners. You may free them from where they've holed themselves up, and you may rally them to come back and attack us instead of completing the task which I have set to. Having Mr. Don John here, enjoying our hospitality very comfortably, mind you. I will give him my own chair, and she throws out her arm to indicate the sort of half throne she's created for herself. Having him here, enjoying tea with me, very nice, very safe, would go a long way of building my confidence that you would not do such a thing to me. Does this not sound reasonable, my good friend?
Nix turns to Don John and is like, "You be nice if we leave you here."
You're gonna leave me here with her?
I'm more concerned that they're gonna kill him. We're gonna get double crossed.
Are you saying this out loud?
No, Rooney's thinking.
Well, Nix is also just letting you know, she's thinking that as well, but she's also thinking if they were afraid to go to the shrine to, go fight against the orcs and ogres, and we were able to do that, then hopefully we can take on 6 rat people.
We can only see 6 right now. There's so many doors.
True.
There could be so many.
The one other option, instead of keeping him here and instead of keeping him with us, he could wash the cargo outside. You see, we have a big pile of cloth that we, scavenged that we planned to wash. They're very stinky, by the way, covered in blood. Honestly, you don't want to. But once they get washed, anyway, he could watch our stuff outside the cave, and then it's fun for everybody. No miners, no having to watch anybody. It's a very gracious offer, of course. But
And then what insurance do I have against a double cross if we simply let him leave and go outside? For all I know, you have other troops out there that you need to warn of what is in here, so you may rout us. I do not have any insurances. One of you, I would prefer him, need to stay behind.
That's a good point. Uh, so it's just
Oh, okay. What if Wessel stays?
A weasel? And
He's my weasel. Thank you very much.
She looks at Rudy incredulously. While he is of the furry variety and therefore of great value, I would assume, considering his lovely teeth, I would prefer one of the talking sort, one you may have more of a emotional attachment to that is not as replaceable as a pet.
Replaceable! This is my spirit weasel.
And I have lost my sister. Now, we have all experienced great loss in life, and I would not wish for us to have any more. Choose amongst yourself which humanoid will be staying with me, but have it known I would much prefer the one in the hat, as it would give me greater comfort to know that he is not rallying his miners against me.
There are 4 of us wearing hats.
Only one of you is a gentleman wearing a hat. She apparently does not know that Sives is a dude.
Sure.
I suppose he could stay. Sives leans over and whispers this to the group.
Could we just have a moment?
Certainly, take what time you need.
It's all right. Group circle.
Everybody huddles up.
Everyone huddles around Don John.
Don John looks so pissed off. Don John looks so pissed off.
Don John?
What?
I think you're gonna have to stay.
She's gonna eat me. You know that.
She might. But if you don't stay, all of us are dead.
Including all the miners.
And all of the miners.
Persuasion.
That man ain't gonna believe me.
To be fair,
Nix is
she-
helping. He believes you.
Oh. So what really seemed to strike his chord, and he looked pretty angry until you mentioned the miners. And then his face softens just the slightest little bit. I don't like it, but my duty is to the miners of this mine. If I need to stay behind so you can go find them and free them, that is what I will do. But before you worry about this crippity-crawlity, I want you to find those men. I want you to make sure that they are all right and not just dead in a ditch somewhere. Do that, all right?
But, I mean, of course, that's why we're here.
We are here to get the miners out. We will do what it takes to get the miners out. Is
All
that
right.
okay, Don John?
And we need you to do what it takes to get the
Alright.
miners out.
And that means playing nice. And I swear to you, Don John, if they double cross, we will do everything we can to not only get those miners out, but play fair is fair.
So I'm trying really hard not to reassure him that death isn't the end because he feels like that wouldn't go over well.
Silas is showing remarkable restraint with not offering their necromantic services at this time. All right. So, Don John nods slowly. All right. All right. I'll be staying. You find them and you help them get out of here as soon as possible.
Can do. But also, to fill the awkward silence, she is a lady rat, so compliment her like you would a lady. I'm sure that'll go over well.
That thing ain't no lady, he says loudly. Oh, we're going to get along so well, says Lean and chuckles.
It was worth a try. Anyway,
Don John, just play nice, please, and we will be back for you.
Please hurry. Very well.
okay.
Stephen, open the gate. And
Steven?
Stephen. Yes,
Also,
we have names.
I didn't mean you didn't have names, but like in IRL, I've got a lot of Stevens, so it was just a fun name that you picked.
Yeah, I know a couple Stevens too.
Celine and Sives and Steven.
That's not my literal brother's name. That's not my literal father's name. It's not my literal stepfather's name. It's not my roommate's literal stepfather's name.
That's a lot.
Hey, Rob, your uncle is a were-rat. How do you feel about that?
I collect them. Don't worry.
You collect rats or you collect
I
Stevens?
collect Stevens.
Please tell me.
Also, are we sure, like, she wasn't quote unquote lying? Did we detect any potential lie that, she's like, we'll play nice?
Roll an insight check for me.
Okay. I keep trying to open up the window and I have it over here. Okay. Insight. Also, Nibby's paying attention to her, so let's see if he picks up anything.
All right, Nyx, she seems pretty solid, as solid as you can trust a rat to be. Nibby, she seems like a nice rat lady. It's really cool. Rooney, she doesn't seem like she was lying about wanting somebody to stay with her. But you did catch a look of kind of you're not really sure how to describe the look that she gives Don John. It's not hunger, but it's definitely not good.
Murderous intent?
No. She definitely wants somebody to stay with her, and she wasn't lying when she said he would come to no harm. At least not anything she believes is harm. But she doesn't seem to be telling you everything.
So she's flirting with him.
No. I mean, she's a hot rat chick, don't get me wrong, and I'm all about my hot rat chicks, as I will be playing one next week in
Is that
the
your picture?
Pathfinder one-shot that Rob's doing. But yeah, I like hot rat chicks, all right? Y'all get off my back. I think rats are awesome. Rat chicks, rat dudes. Rats are cool, man. Just regular rats. Just regular cute cuddly rats. I got to hold one at Petco the other day when a lady was coming in with her rat shopping for it, and I was there getting dog food. And I was just super happy about it, you guys. Just super over the moon happy about it. I can't even describe.
The best, honestly.
Rats are so soft and so nice. It's almost as nice as holding a ferret. Almost.
Before the meeting circle breaks up, Sives is gonna go ahead and pass their message stone to Don John and say, "Here's a good luck charm. Just whisper your worries into it, and it'll bring you peace. It works well for my stress anyway."
You're one weird little elf man.
Rooney realizes
Yes.
what's happening
Yeah.
and says, just be sure to whisper all of your worries into it with like a pointed look.
He looks at you in confusion, but just takes
Point,
the stone.
Pointed.
And so Nick's
John.
messages to him, just to him. It's like a walkie-talkie. It's magical. Just whisper if you need us.
Oh, it's all right. He does say that loud.
It's a worry stone.
he gets weird looks. Anyway, Stephen the rat.
Steven.
Wait a minute. Nix is thinking. I don't know if this is something, because I know that when Rooney sets an alarm, it's to a specific area.
Mhm.
Could you set an alarm to like a person, so if something like stabs him,
No.
she would be notified?
No. It's lifelock.
No, it's to an opening or like a space that's like 20 by 20 or like 10 by 10 or something. It's 20
Okay.
by 20. So it's small.
Just an area.
But
Okay.
it's an area. And like if anything enters it, then I get the ping. And it's not like Don John moves slightly. It's like ping. And then I hope that Don John's not dead.
So we could like put it on this corner here in this doorway, this path here, and if he happens to run through it or into this area, then he would set it off. But if he was still over here,
but so would any other like thing
That's true.
moving through it.
a bug could move through it and it would set it off.
and no bug woke us up in the middle of the night, that's ridiculous.
No, it's
Every time a firefly passed through the alarm spell, it was just like ding, and we was like, huh, oh, it's a bug. Ding, guys, have fireflies. Ding, shut up, you're all too loud.
And this one's a giant spider.
It's just like there saying, hi, I'm here to eat your face. Lovely night we're having. Anywho. Back to context at hand. You can't alarm a person. And if you alarm a door, it's just going to say if something goes through it. So
Yeah.
you won't know what's going on.
The message stone was a good idea, though. So
Yes, it was a very good idea.
No guarantee they'll actually be able to do something if he does say something, but
True. All right. So yeah.
Okay.
Steven is opening the door down here.
Nick asks before they head through the door, where was the last place you saw it? Is it close, did you see it, or is it further through the mine?
Question.
It was up in some of the northern passages. I believe the miners have retreated all the way to the east.
Do you happen to have a map of the area, or probably not, right?
Oh no, I'm afraid I do not have a map of this area. We feel very well in the dark, so we have no need of such things.
Okay.
So, which direction is north, do you think?
And she puts her hand on the wall and she massages it slowly. Uh, this way, and she points like back over her shoulder.
Good. All right.
Good luck. Don't die, or I'm dead too.
One plan on it. Ha ha ha. It's a carrion crawler.
Should I go first? I'm the least able to be eaten.
Actually, that's a good idea.
All right then. She moves to the front.
Zips.
Say what?
I said she just zips.
Zoop. She just like runs all the way through. Yep. All right then. So Stephen the rat opens this area right here.
Well, lead the way, Steven.
Yeah, right, you're on your own. Stephen just holds the door open for you. And while this room that you were in was well lit with torches and had things like food sacks and different chairs and other objects, looked kind of like a common meeting room. The area you're going into is devoid of any form of torchlight and is mostly darkness.
Good thing all of us but Donabella have night vision. Dark
It's
vision.
all right. I've got my light. And she taps her unicorn horn where the light is still glowing. Good call, Sibes. Very good call. Ruby heads in and kind of holding her hammer.
Rooney follows, and should we perception?
Yeah, I would say that perceptioning is probably a very good plan. Very good idea.
Nibby.
Dang,
Nibby's like, danger,
Nibby.
danger, danger!
All right.
That's a pretty rock.
Sives, as you walk through the door, you nearly trip over a pickaxe. Because as Nibby can see, this entire room seems to be a storage room for things like pickaxes and carts and wheelbarrows, shovels, basically just a bunch of equipment. You have gone into what looks like an equipment storage room, and it seems to extend with extra things piled up to the south of you in a sort of kind of kidney shaped storage room kind of dealio that's been built into the rocks. And then there is a pathway leading further into the mine. And as soon as you all go through, Stephen shuts the door, blocking out all
Bye,
of.
Steven.
Nice meeting you. I'll mourn you.
Oh, it's very kind of you.
Nibby's like, appreciate it!
If I find your bones, I'll make them into a necklace.
I'll show you some techniques on that when I get back. Wait, unless I'm dead.
I'll talk to your bones while I make the necklace of them.
And I'll be sure to haunt them. Good talk. Let's go.
All right.
Haunt them.
All right. So you
Wonderful.
guys continue forward. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Size just mentions to the group. By the way, two things. I was haunting you the first time I died, and also, they closed the first door as well. I don't know if they're locking them, but it's something to be aware of. I think.
They might just be trying to keep the dragon from finding us.
I mean,
I don't know if the dragon can fit through the door, though.
That's true. All
They're
right, as
probably trying to
we
save themselves from the what did you call it? The giant worm
Carrion
cadaver
Crawler.
thing? Carrion crawler.
it's Carrion Crawler
that
bastard.
too.
Although,
Oh, all right. So you guys keep on going, and we're gonna do a perception check as we go around this next corner. Oh, that's so great, Ruby.
Oh, you said another perception.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm only running one perception checks because he left something outside.
Rooney is way too worried about what the fuck's going on with Don John, and Wessel found a bug to eat. Sives is paying minimal attention, but he's more concentrating on thinking of all the ways that the carrion crawler could kill them. But Nyx, however, does a very good job of seeing around this corner, and as she peers, she is met with a horrifying sight. It's the end of the session, and we'll see you next week.
Oh,
I
keep playing.
Fine.
Yeah, I've got to get up early in the morning tomorrow, though, to move boxes for my grandmother. Now, it has come to my attention that one of our players, aka the lovely Rooney, is not going to be available this coming Friday for a session because they are going on a trip.
I'll be in New Jersey and away from my compooper.
So we are instead going to shoot for Thursday to have our session. Normal time, normal place, aka 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That may change if any other trip planning incidents tend to interfere with that, which I perfectly understand if it does, Rooney. Trips are trips. But we are going to try and shoot for Thursday of this coming week to have our session, and we're gonna try to see if we can get that in on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah. And tomorrow you can catch me on MG Leopard stream where I will be playing Kin, the mother of many, who will be healing your boo-boos and making sure you eat your greens and drink your milk at all times. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all there. Any shout outs that anybody else wants to do? Rooney, how is that lovely Etsy you've got coming along?
It's not coming along. I've had a lot of life things happening, and this concussion hasn't been helping. So
Oh, yeah, that's right. We forgot. You had a concussion. I'm glad you're alive.
yeah, I'm
Go
here.
to the doctor.
No, you're gonna laugh at me, but I literally made a reminder to call them last
Uh-huh.
Monday and make an appointment, and
Forgot?
I forgot.
How did you forget with the reminder playing on you?
My brain was like, "Oh yeah, I marked it because I don't like the noises coming out of my phone, so I marked it as done." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that as soon as I'm finished, whatever it is I'm working on right now."
Oh,
Uh-huh.
dear. Good job.
It's Saturday again. Sunday now.
I think you need to go to the doctor, even if it's on Thursday when you're supposed to be playing Dungeons and Dragons.
No, it's honestly much better. It's much better.
Much better and undetected internal bleeding are two separate things.
If I have undetected internal bleeding in my brain, I'm dead already because it's been 3 weeks.
Not if they can drain it in time.
It's less that and more. My concern is pretty much what my mom's going through right now, which is, basically you get brain damage earlier in life, and it doesn't manifest until later in life, and it really affects you later in life. So, if you do have even like a minor, like basically bruise on the brain or something. For my mom, she got hit in the frying pan, so that's her damage.
Jesus.
But so if you do have minor brain damage, it probably would be best to get it checked out now, because if later in life something happens, you don't want it to like really come and bite you later, you know?
Yeah.
This is good point.
This is my second one. So
Jesus fucking Christ. Go to the doctor. Do it for your
I gave
children.
the story of my first one, didn't I?
If you're talking about your car crash, then yes.
No, not the windshield incident.
Mm.
I was younger and I had my first car. My first car was like a real beater and it like didn't work all the way, and the trunk was one of those trunks that like you had to slam it or it wouldn't close right.
You didn't tell me the story, but I can see where it's going. It bounced back and
I
hit you in the face,
No,
didn't it?
no, you're jumping too far ahead. That's not what happened. I got super used to using my car because I used my car all the time. I didn't live with my mom anymore. I used my car all the time. So I got super used to slamming the trunk of my car. It became second nature to me. My mom, this is important to the story, bikes frequently. Frequently enough that like it's a thing for her to like bike from like it's called Bike to the Bay. It's like 102 miles of biking. She used to do that every year. She did it for 9 years. So this was in that time period. My mom had a bike rack on the back of her car on that was connected to her trunk. She asked me to get something out of the trunk of her car. I grabbed it, put it on the ground next to me, and slammed the trunk because that's what I do with my trunk. And my brain wasn't like, this isn't your car. My mom's car works fine. So when I slammed the trunk, you know, the way you don't need to on trunks that don't need to be slammed, the bike rack came down and hit me on the top of the head really hard. And I still have bits and
Oh.
pieces from that time period that I don't have. They're gone.
Oh man. Oh
I was
god.
dating a guy for apparently like 6 months. I thought I dated him for like a month.
Wow.
You have moment like
Go to the doctor, Stacy.
chunks.
Stacy, go to the fucking doctor. Anyway, Stacy's Etsy is on a little bit of a backtrack while we assess the severity of our current brain damage. Anything with you next that you want to promote?
Like and subscribe and upvote and comment and favorite and all that, the stream and the shop and the things
And the stuff.
and the stuff and things.
Don't forget the stuff.
All the stuff and the things. It's all important.
All of
Sives,
them.
anything for you tonight?
Nope.
All right. Well, I do have one thing that I wish to bring to attention to. Our good friend Lindsay has a GoFundMe up for Momo, their kitty. Their kitty is asthmatic and they need medicine. I have the link in my about section here on Twitch. So if you could please go to Momo's GoFundMe and donate some money for this cute kitty. Anything could possibly help. She just needs some medicine and a couple more checkups for her lungs so he can be an even happier cat. Lindsay loves their Momotaro, and we need that cat to be healthy for Lindsay, our good friend. And anyway, thank you all for watching tonight. Thank you to those of you who actually talked to my chat. We almost got to 5 people talking in chat, which would have been one step closer to my affiliateness. I'm really excited about that. Maybe we'll get more next time. I think this is the most people we've had like watching and participating at one time, so I'm very happy about how tonight went. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope we made you laugh, made you smile. That is our goal here at Dragons Also Maybe Dungeons. And we will see you next week on Thursday. Bye bye.
Bye bye.